the driving stimulus to improve the force capacity expressed in the snatch and clean and jerk. For me, I now think, right, I'm far more conscious of raising people's strength potential using squats and pulls and deadlifts and other key big strength development exercises, and setting a target and being confident to wait until that target is met before we then move into a next phase of training where we start, using more of the full lift and derivatives, so that we're moving out of that more of a strength phase into more of a specific competition prep phase, which doesn't necessarily sound in any way novel or new. It's a philosophy that's been talked around, or even a training paradigm that's been discussed. Almost block periodization, moving from like a block of non-specific but strength capacity building work into something that's a little bit more comp specific, with a little bit more it's a bit more velocity specific to the event. But having the confidence to invest an extensive block of time to really raising someone's strength potential, because we know that it doesn't matter how technically good you get them at the lifts afterwards, or it doesn't matter how technically good you get them at the lifts, unless they actually have the force capacity to even in the first place, they're not going to be able to lift more weight. And I think I kind of almost see this now as this like a point of saturation, and this is where we work off like some fairly normative ratios between the lifts. But I know, for example, if I want someone to clean and jerk 100 kilos, then I know that they need to be front squatting between 115 and 120 kilos, which is fairly typical, and the linear regression on those is very, very tight as well. So it predicts pretty well. So I can be confident not to progress onto the next block of training until we've absolutely hit those objectives. And in some instances, the strength block might last 4 weeks or 6 weeks. In some instances, it might last 12 or 16 weeks. But the goal hasn't changed. If the goal hasn't changed, why change the program? It doesn't mean we just repeat the same stuff, but we just try different things to try and make sure we actually fill the gap between where that athlete is now and what level of strength that we're trying to get them to. Once they've hit that, then we can actually move on to the next block of training.